Yeah, we're live. Episode number 2. We got video this time. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah,
I'm using the
so
new service. Let
so
me
let's
post it in
get
a
it.
couple places. Hold on a second. Let me find
So
my
we got YouTube. Uh, we got
YouTube.
YouTube live over here. Oh, what's only
Sorry, what was that?
we got YouTube live. Is it
You
Twitch?
there?
So hi everybody from Twitter. I mean from YouTube, from Twitch. Welcome to Ethereum Weekly with Chovy and I, Rene Chatter. So I think mostly in this week we gotta discuss what happened on the weekend. As we got the newsletter, you can subscribe from ethereumweekly.com, get your email there, and then receive some good old newsletter from Chovy.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What happened?
My browser froze up. So,
Oh, okay.
oh well.
Okay,
We're
I,
restreaming to LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch.
let's go. Hi everyone from those from Twitter, from Twitch, from YouTube. I mean, you're welcome. Ethereum Weekly.
Does it keep reloading for you?
What? You there?
Okay. This might not work too well. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. So what's up?
Not
You
much. Anyway, we'll get started with the scratches again. I've applied to a grad school program for computer science. I'm thinking of switching from programming to something more based in math, but not as much programming. Because what I'm finding is like at my age, there's not a lot of programmers that are old. They're
I agree.
usually they're usually a lot younger. So
Yeah,
what
I
I
agree.
noticed in my career, sorry, go ahead.
So I was saying like the younger guys like me, I mean they're a little uh people who like to code or like to program rather than the age of yours. That's something I agree.
Yeah, it's like being on the front lines. You earn your way to the back of the line in the in the military. Um, but for me, it's like I'm still on the front lines, and I'm 48. It takes me 6 months to find a job now, where 10 years ago it would take me 2 weeks, and I'd have another job. So anyway,
So
I don't know if I'll get accepted. I didn't have very good grades. I had like a C plus average in college, so we'll see what
but
happens.
times change, times change. So obviously we gotta have that faith that the job might come. So all the time we need to have the faith.
Yeah, I'm taking a linear algebra class online for free, so it's kind of a refresher. I did this stuff in college, but so side note, if anyone's listening, Chatter and I are working on Husco.money. You can check it out. He's been working on the uh,
The airdrop, yeah.
man, I forgot what it was you were working on.
Yeah, I mean, I think mostly with Fusco, it comes with what can you bring. It's the currency to bring the value. So let's say if we bring out the airdrop and people might go and claim, uh, get some holders to the token, at least 10, 50, 100. I just matter of the volume. So when we get those people, they are going to claim for free. Let's say we have 100, 200 people. So we are now seeing this has good adoption, and we can move forward to, let's say, launch a small pre-sale, and let's say launch a fund so that we can get some liquidity into Uniswap and so on. We can even make this token over to Ethereum if we think Ethereum is now cheap rather than last time out where the Ethereum was so expensive. I mean,
Yeah,
and I think using Ethereum comes with a lot of perks. A lot of people use use Ethereum network. Polygon is just, let's say, a layer two network that is cheaper at that time. But right now, a lot of change where Ethereum has gone to proof of stake, and the fees has gone down massively. So I think we gotta see it through if we really want people to adopt the host coin. And I think on Ethereum itself is getting stronger every day by day. Over the week, we will have this news, this information about it. So I think it will be a nice way if we move to it.
wait, what's happening this week?
I think there was a lot of guest fees last week before the launch of this Pepe uh, Shiba Pepe, those kind of meme coins. So there was a lot of fees, a lot of price. Now a lot of things has cooled down, and we can see the fees have returned to where it was.
Yeah, I just cashed out some Ethereum today to pay for some bills. I've got my job just doesn't quite cover the expenses, so I had some Ethereum I earned about 5 or 6 years ago when it was $400, and I got paid in that, and I've kept them. But I've been having to live off them every two, basically once a month. I cash out one Ethereum. And it hasn't been going up much. I wish it has been, but that's not been the case.
Yeah, but I think coming over through the month, there are a lot of happening with the SEC. The suit that they brought over Binance. I think it brought a lot of currencies down. After we come through that the regulation thing from the United States, and I think we can move on to maybe a bull run after that. I think that happened literally in 2019.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think they're waiting on the uncertainty of the presidency. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah. Also, I saw you release the newsletter this week, so maybe we put through some articles
Yeah,
from
we
there.
can go through that. Let me bring it up here. So anyone listening, go to ethereumweekly.com. That's our website. Latest newsletter was June 6th. Um, gas fees cooled down after meme coin frenzy. Yeah, that's what you were just talking about. Um, I wonder what was causing all the frenzy. Seems like meme coins are a dime a dozen now. Is it Uniswap that they're mostly trading on? Whoops, we lost him. So here's the homepage. We're going to be briefly talking about the headlines for this week. Hold on, I got to add chatter back in.
I'm back.
Okay, hey, chatter, I'm sharing my screen here. Hold on a sec. Let me see if YouTube's working. I just want to check the, see if anyone's watching. No, nobody's watching. That's all right. We'll record this and we'll edit it.
You see, there is a typo there in 2021.
What's that?
2021. Can you see what will Ethereum be?
Looking for strategic investment in Ethereum. This article on expert protections.
I think the major news this week was the Binance switch.
Oh, this is 2021. That's old. Let me delete that. I'll delete it later. My algorithm is not always accurate on the dates.
I agree.
Binance is launching an NFT marketplace. So Kraken is the one I use mostly here in the US. They launched an NFT marketplace as well this week. I got the email today, I think, actually. But we'll have to see how that plays out. I think we've got to get a lot of traction in Husko.money to become on one of these platforms, don't you think?
I agree. But I think the problem is the major problem is this cryptocurrency or this news is that at any time regulation when it comes in, many people will lose a lot of money. That's the problem.
Oh, for regulation?
Yeah. So I think
Well, that's the problem with using a centralized exchange no matter what, right? even with NFTs or if you're trading cryptos, they can just come in and shut the whole thing down. Like Coinbase is getting sued by the SEC as well as Binance. And my buddy, who's not really technical, he's a product manager. He uh, he heard from his friend that he should take his money off Coinbase, and he talked to me about it. I was like,
Yes.
"Yeah, you
So
should."
yeah, but I think reading from the Binance Binance response, what they are saying is that the SEC is just acting unilaterally without any information whatsoever. So I think I can get a glimpse of the 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 article here. It says they are disappointed the U.S. SEC has chosen to file a complaint against Binance, seeking other remedies. You know, purposes
Yeah,
purported emergency relief. So they want some money from the U.S. the Binance U.S. They're saying they run some securities by offering that they're going to get money with the investment, and that's the problem with the ACC. I think, and what they're asking is something close to 120 billion US dollars. That is a lot of money, you know.
million with an
And
M or a billion with a B?
yeah, 120 billion. That is a lot of money, considering an
Billion.
exchange like this.
Wow. Yeah, that their government's just trying to shut them down by you know charging them too much. We'll see what
Yeah, and I think,
happens. Uh, I mean,
yeah, and
at
I
the end
think,
of the day, they can't kill. They can kill Binance in the U.S., but they can't kill Ethereum. It's distributed.
yeah, I think, yeah, I think what the major issue with SEC is the incubator program that they sold this and registered securities. So I don't think if they take a fine from the Binance US, it will impact the whole organization. Although it will impact the Binance US company, but I don't think it will make the Binance organization maybe even tremble a little bit. Considering I see how much the SEC is seeking for the fine, I don't think it will be that amount of money will break the Binance. And I think another
Yeah.
problem is with this USD, the stable coins, let's say the USDC, the BUSD, all of this, the SEC are saying that this stable coin was created that people, they're going to put the money in exchange, that this BNB or BUSD, they're going to back off and take each other up. So let's say they are collateralizing BNB against the BUSD. So the price of BNB doesn't come down. And I think they have a solid reason, because we know a lot of problems with Binance, that they trade against their users, they take money against their users, and I think over the time, if Binance is guilty, Binance might go down. That's my prediction.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is Binance itself, you know, it's like Napster. You're probably too young to remember Napster, but I was in my 20s when when Metallica sued them and everything, and they shut it down like overnight because there was a central choke point. Now you go to like Uniswap, they could shut down the server, but there'll be 100 others the next day because it's all open source.
Yeah, I agree. So, and I think over the time, they will come into conclusion that these cryptocurrencies must prevail. So we either use it um, with other people, or create maybe a central bank coin, the CBDC, or at least be a part of progress. Because what about the peer-to-peer network? Is you cannot stop it. If you stop it, you're the one who is acting in
Right,
a
that's what
bad
I'm
way.
saying.
So
They can't stop it. It's just like BitTorrent. They can't stop it. They can go after individual users, but there's so many of us and so few of them. It's like they
yeah, they can
they
stop
give up.
adoption. That's for sure.
They give up
They
on
can
that.
stop.
They can come out with their
They're not.
CDBC But I still think a lot of people that don't know anything will use CBDCs without even knowing they're using it. But then there's going to be the rest of us that have intimate knowledge of blockchain and technology and everything. And we're probably unlikely to use it unless, our official jobs get use that under the hood to pay us. But I'm still going to hold crypto, even
Yeah,
if
I
there's
think.
a central digital currency.
Yeah, I think on the part of the CBDC, I could give a reference from a movie, a series called Mr. Robot. I think in the Mr. Robot, there's a company that's going to create this
Yeah.
coin, the Electro coin, if you
Evil
notice.
Corp.
Yeah, ecoin. I mean ecoin. So everybody's gonna use the ecoin around the nation. That's what I could imagine with the CBDC. The CBDC is going to be issued by the government. So what the government is going to do is it's going to try to push uh, adoption to the CBDCs without knowing themselves that they are pushing adoption to cryptocurrencies. So over the time, people will get used to using the CBDCs or the stablecoin or whatever, and they're gonna notice that as the normal they use. That's easy. People are gonna know about cryptocurrencies. Major,
Will
I
they
think that.
notice it though? That's what I'm wondering because a lot of people talk about how the average internet user doesn't distinguish or even aware that they're using HTTP 1 versus HTTP 2. They just don't know it. TCP/IP versus UDP. It's just a protocol that the people implementing it understand, but the end user has no knowledge that that's what's being used. I think that's how the government's going to push it if they do push it.
Yeah, I think even on the matter of those terms, I think those are more of the IT terms, information technology terms. So you can't have everybody know what is the TCP/IP is, or what is the HTTPS or HTTP is. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna be feeded what they're gonna use. That's exactly what I'm anticipating. But this is different. The cryptocurrencies also come into their lives. So let's say if they use a stablecoin or they use a currency, let's say, because CBDC is just going to be their stablecoin, their currency in the digital way. So a central bank will control the digital coin. So when they use those CBDC and they see the regulation, they see how much power the government or the central bank has against them, they're going to look at other alternatives, which is exactly what they're doing. They're pushing cryptocurrencies to the adoption. They're going to look to the Bitcoin, they're going to look to Ethereum, and they're going to look at these currencies and say, well, we have to choose the peer-to-peer one because there will be no any scrutiny of our privacy. And when we
Yeah,
spend, we have proof that the money is not being manipulated or stolen in any way. So I think what they're doing is pushing the adoption of the cryptocurrencies if they launch the CBDC, and that's
I
that's
agree.
what
I agree. I see
I
what you're
think that's
saying.
possible.
Because they're not really hiding the fact that it's a CDBC. They're openly using that term. Now, if you're talking about like passing a law about censorship on the internet, TCP/IP probably doesn't even come into you know the vernacular at all. Whereas they're using CDBC as a central bank digital currency. So they're on board with this digital currency thing. It's like because Bitcoin came first, they have to play catch up, and the government's never good at doing that. I've got the 4 newsletters besides Ethereum Weekly. There is there's also I have Dogecoin Weekly, Monero Weekly,
So
Litecoin Weekly, and Ripple
I
Weekly.
I think the best way you could do it is put all this into one category. Let's say Bitcoin Weekly, that will have all of this Bitcoin and alternative coins. I think if you put everything under one roof, you will be able to focus on that, create leads, and uh, reach. So it
Yeah,
can.
I told myself I was only going to do Ethereum, and then
I think you can
I
also not limit yourself. You can put all this under one category and we can talk about it. I think
yeah
what the industry needs is a way to have something unique from others, because other people are going to be, let's say, we are only Bitcoin oriented, or we only like Ethereum. But when you try and put everything under one roof, I mean, we can all agree that it's going to be good.
I think you're right. I think we might have to pivot to like maybe even just like a technology podcast because I have a lot of interest in AI and programming and
Security, I agree.
you know, crypto's cool and it's focused enough to where people will subscribe. But at the end of the day, do I need to be on 10 different newsletters or can I just join one that talks about everything I'm interested in? And it's like, you ever listen to podcasts? Like, there's one podcast I listen to where they talk about the same thing every week. And it gets kind of boring, but there's other podcasts where they have a whole different subject, like the All In podcast with Chamath. He's the most famous guy, I think. And a couple other guys. They're like the number one podcast on Spotify right now. But it's the same four guys. They talk about different shit every week. They pretty much focus on like tech though.
I want also to try to stream this to my YouTube channel if I can get it.
You can restream it. I gave you permissions to restream.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, we can continue while I'm trying to set that up.
Yeah, we don't have any viewers yet. That's all right. It's kind of a weird hour to be streaming. What time is it there?
It's noon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like 2:30 a.m. here.
Oh, it's on.
Should you know anything about the Celsius? I'm wondering, is Celsius... So when I staked my Ethereum, I used my Ether wallet, and I had to agree to the terms and conditions. It was like some third party that did the staking. And this was before the latest merge that like made it official.
Yeah, I think the problem is. I think what the thing is, a lot of these companies that they provide mm, things that the blockchain cannot do. It's not to trust so much, I think.
Yeah, I see. I gotta figure that out. I gotta go back into my Ether wallet and figure out how. Are you staking Ethereum at all on the new upgrade?
I was taking Dash, if you know Dash. I think I told you about it.
Yeah,
I'm taking
I've
it
heard of
to
Dash.
the crowd node. I think that's you know there is a master node. So the master node is so expensive. I think one master node equals to something like 4,000, something like 1,000 Dash, and 1,000 Dash is close to three. I think if not 3,000, then 39,000, something close to 40,000. So you need to have a lot of money to buy the the masternode. So what they do, they create a shared masternode where a lot of users can like buy one masternode and then they say go ahead with it uh, and stake it. So when a lot of users use that share masternode, the rewards that come through with it, people get the money, right? So I think that's what staking is. So when the masternode participates into validating into the network, it gets rewards, and you get the reward that they say it has the same the percentage wise have invested from the thousand dash needed amount.
I see. Yeah, I gotta.
And I think
What do you think's better, Monero or Dash? I mean, I already know what you're gonna say,
I
but
think
I'm
Dash.
curious why.
Of course, Monero has its advantages. Of course, I know Monero. Monero is a good coin, but I don't know the developers. and I think it has been streamlined to be like a lifetime coin like Bitcoin. So I don't trust it at all. I want to see a coin or a currency that's been worked on, something like Ethereum, something like Bitcoin, the Bitcoin team behind it. So we have this a lot of these tokens that we need the team behind it to see that it's going to work a long term, and that's what
So is
I'm.
Monero kind of? They're kind of like Litecoin. Like nobody's really innovating there anymore.
Yeah, it's just chilly. That's the thing.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, according to this, ChatGPT predicted Bitcoin could hit a high of 43K
We are
and a
live.
minimum of 28. However, Ethereum and Cardano could see gains of 3,900. This would be a big jump. I think the all-time high was around 4 something. We'll see. June's a quarter of the way over. I don't know what this is Yahoo Finance. Check the date on this. Yeah, it's June 1st. November, 61%. Token is down 61%. Man, I started buying like crazy during that bull run, and then I'm down like my portfolio is down like 50% since then.
Oh, okay. So I think we are live on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Got any viewers yet?
I think they'll come. I've just started streaming right now.
Okay, cool.
So if everyone is watching,
This should.
welcome to Ethereum Weekly Podcast.
Yeah, let me post our stream on Reddit.
I think I'm gonna send you in chat here.
Okay, we should get some people in now. I posted it to Ethereum on Reddit. Unless it got deleted. Sorry, what were you saying? You're gonna post me something?
Yeah, I sent you a link.
Oh, in Telegram. Okay. No, wait, where'd you send it?
Um, on Telegram.
I didn't get it yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, you're just doing the
I
audio?
sent you
Oh
the.
no, there
I
we
think
go.
it's just.
Okay, let me post yours to a different subreddit. Okay, cool. We'll see if anybody joins your channel. Anyway. Yeah, it seems like the fee thing was the biggest story this week with the meme frenzy. I kind of missed the whole vote on that. Jeffrey Wilch. Have you heard of this guy?
Yeah, that is a lot of tokens.
22,000 Ethereum worth
That's
11
almost
million.
12 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's funny. All those newsletters, Ripple's the most popular one.
I agree. But I think over the time, um, Ethereum is just going to stand out itself.
You think it's gonna what?
Ethereum, against all repo, whatever, it's just going to stand out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing was like Ethereum was the first coin to have like the smart contract. Like Bitcoin didn't have that. Nobody else did. Litecoin didn't have it.
I agree.
But there's been I like Polygon, but they're on top of they're what, layer 2? Is that what that's called? And it's a little difficult to set up. So like I'm pretty sure a non-techie person can kind of figure out MetaMask. But to change the relays or whatever the token chain and all that. Like I have friends that aren't technical at all. They'll never figure that shit out.
No, I
They're
think,
just speaking a different language when I talk to them.
but but if they get education, they can know how to use one function after the other. So it's all about learning. I think that's the most important thing. They're learning. If they learn, they can use it. Same as you. You learn, then you use it. And I think the MetaMask applies to only people who want to take on their own finances. So you cannot just teach a noob, somebody who only cares about banks and mobile money, to come and learn about Bitcoin, to learn about MetaMask. So that will be hard for him, learning. But I think if somebody is ready to take on his own finances, learn, invest, he can learn about MetaMask, he can learn about cryptocurrencies and use it. So that's what I'm optimistic about this. It's all about the finance. When somebody want to learn finance, want to take on his own finance, he gotta learn, and he will learn.
Yeah, it's true. Uh, I think uh, some people just they don't even want to learn a different video conferencing software. Like this guy that was my neighbor, he's in sales. He's older than me. And he's like, I know Zoom. I don't know how to use that other one. I'm like, oh my god, dude. It's like they all have like the same 3 buttons, but he couldn't figure it out. I was just like, okay. There's people who are non-technical that won't even like stand a chance. But then, that's what Coinbase is for, right?
I agree.
Let's see what airdrops are going on. Man NFT.
Yeah, and the airdrop is ready. So we only got a few things left. We gotta only ship it now.
Yeah. I would do
I
it
think
during
the
this
only
podcast, but I don't want to accidentally expose the keys.
no worries though. After here, I think we gotta do it. We gotta just deploy the the smart contract, and I think also using that you cannot show anybody keys. I think this also will be an opportunity to people to learn about actually coding. So I think we can do this without actually revealing anything.
Well, I might have to edit the EMV file, which will have the private key. So let's just do it offline, and we'll or
You,
off the podcast. Because I think
sure thing.
if I reveal
I
the
think this
keys, then
could
the
also
whole
be,
project's up.
no worries.
What's
I think
that?
also this could be. I thought this could be an opportunity to people to learn actually about coding. I think
I
we have
agree, but I think we should do it on a
every,
dummy
every
project.
opportunity to show people.
Well, you don't
I
have
agree. I
you
agree.
don't have the private key for that wallet, so why don't you share your screen and walk us through how it's done? You want to do that?
So, um, what's the best news about the cryptocurrencies that happened this week? I think we got them on the newsletter. I think we can get another newsletter this week. Can we?
Yeah, we're gonna do it on Mondays. I'm gonna do the newsletter
Great,
every
great. I
Monday.
think yeah, I think that's also good. So the podcast will be available on Substack. I think that's the
Yep.
first.
Just go to ethereumweekly.com.
Yeah, I think we also got streams in here from YouTube. My stream also streaming this. I think this
Yep.
over the coming time, this should be like a platform where people learn actually about cryptocurrencies, and they can learn technical details like coding smart contracts while actually learning what's happening on the industry. This should be an opportunity to people to actually be the best in that category. And I think we can do this if we want to try and help people, if we want to try and actually
I
succeed,
think
take off.
I think we can, and I think it would be better if we had like a brand new project that we live coded on the podcast. Maybe not the whole podcast, but like, I don't know if you want to do like once a month, we do a live coding session or something like that. But
Yeah, I think I agree on that. I think
I think it would be
uh,
cool to start fresh just because if we fuck it up and reveal our keys, like the whole jig is up, right? Like all
yeah,
that
but
work we've done on Husko money.
yeah, I think I have an idea about this. We can have a project over. I think I have a project idea. We can work through it. We can work through the stages. We can work through developing the smart contract for it, finishing it up, wrapping up the website, and we can launch it while on live. And I think what we can do is we can take some steps toward improving it. There is just getting liquidity funds. While I think the show follows through that, I think that would be a nice and fantastic idea about that. And I think we can do it if we want to try it. I have some few ideas in the head. I think we can present this, look at these projects, and then take off with them. That's something I think we can do best.
Okay, cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think offline I'll share some projects with you. At least discuss what you think and some roadmap ahead. And I think we can bring it to the podcast. Let people learn. Let people get to the project itself. Also, they can be a part of it if they can see it. I think that's something we can do. So. If you're down with
Okay.
it, then that's awesome. Let's discuss the some details, and I think you'll like it, and then I think it can take off, and people will like it. I think the idea itself also it has presented to be a nice one.
Yeah, there are so many people wanting to learn this stuff. And, a university course is good, but one of the problems I've noticed just doing edX is like the professors go so fast. They spend like 30 seconds on a topic, and you're like, wait, I didn't understand any of that. Like, I guess that's what the book's for, but it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think the professors, whatever they learn, over the time when they teach at the universities, they come and see that whatever they taught might not be relevant to the current job market, to the current industry. And I think, for example, in the web development area, a lot of colleges or universities teach some PHP things. They teach some C++. They forgot the core thing about the modern development is that somebody has to learn some JavaScript, some TypeScript, and then Node.js. Those are some essential things that they could teach, but they're not teaching. I think there's something also a problem with the current
Well,
bringing of
I
development.
applied to Berkeley, and it's the question was, how much Java do you have? I'm like, Java? Who the fuck uses Java anymore? You know? It's like Java's dead in my mind. I'm sure there's big enterprises that use it, but still. Come on. I had to put other and put JavaScript. JavaScript wasn't even a choice. They had Python, C++,
Yeah,
Java, and .NET.
yeah. Those are the languages that we at least they expected that they're gonna help somebody out here. And I think I heard, I think in the last 2 weeks, a lot of companies were laying off some employees there in the US. Let's say Facebook, Meta, almost 7,000 people were laid off. That's creating a huge, I think, opportunity in the market space for people to become freelancers rather than be hired by a company. And I think over the time people are going to learn that going to university or college is not important anymore. Somebody you can just learn inside your house, boom, you have the skill, you can get the job, you can get some money. And I think that's what the next generation is about. You can hire yourself, not that you need a degree to be hired. I think that's will be a game changer in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got a degree in business, and I've been a software engineer for 25 years. I do have to say it's pretty tough in the beginning, though. And after the .com crash, the standards got a lot stricter. Uh, so it's pretty hard to find a job where I could, you know, pass the interview not having a CS degree. But then on the other hand, it depends on what you want to do. Like, I think a CS degree is good if you want to learn all the fundamentals. Uh,
Yeah, but
but if
also
you want to learn cutting edge shit like AI, blockchain, is a CS degree really going to help you?
I think computer engineering can help you in that,
Yeah. So you're going to
especially
Wichita in what, July?
yeah, July.
All right, what are you studying again?
Cybersecurity.
Oh, that's right. Is it a master's course or what are you doing?
It's a university.
University of Wichita?
Yeah, WSU.
WSU, Wichita State University. Oh, Washington. No, not WSU.
Oh, it's Wichita. I think we are at the 50
We at the
50 minute
50?
mark.
Okay. Well, nobody's messaged me. Anybody wants to message us, join Ethereum Weekly on Telegram or go to ethereumweekly.com. We have a subreddit. And thanks again. We'll post the stream live. I mean, not live, but the recording. We'll publish it probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
think
Chatter, it's
also
been a
coming.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. I think this the second podcast has been amazing experience to me. I think us just talking out these topics kind of help one way or another to think more on what to come through ahead. And I think what we have planned is just amazing. I think it's the only thing remained about it is just execution from it. And
I
I
think
think to my yeah, and I think to my YouTube channel. this will be the start. I think I'll be streaming. Whenever we stream, I'll be streaming live. I want to at least update what I have there on my YouTube. Maybe get a better camera and be able to help out with the Ethereum Weekly and the upcoming project. And I think that's me and out.
Yeah, and we can talk about this offline, but if we want to cover more topics than just Ethereum, we should maybe come up with a different name for the podcast. And we can,
Yeah, I
I
think
can,
we should
I
talk
know a
this
lot of
offline.
people. I know a lot of people in the industry, and I asked them if they want to be on the podcast, but they said I don't know anything about blockchain. It's like, well, maybe if we just had like a tech-related podcast, those people can come on as guests, and we could have some good conversations.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
think
agree.
about it. Think about a
I
name.
think we can talk this off.
Yeah, think about a
Yeah,
name.
sure, sure.
We'll still keep this one going for now, but we might pivot to a broader topic. All right. Well, I've got some exit music here. Let me find it. Never mind. I lost it. Oh wait, here
Yeah,
it
I
is. Here it
think
is. Here it is. Hold on, I remember where I put it.